Welcome to the Sales Lab.
I wonder if I can get you to tell us about the best day in sales. You know, the opportunity that felt the best to win.
Uh, I've been lucky. I've had a lot of them over my career, and I would say one of the most recent one was we were working with a tier one carrier, and they're doing fiber to the home, and they really had a lot of technical issues, coming into the deployment. And one of them was a product that we may call the transceiver. They typically get those from OEMs, and they really wanted more flexibility. They wanted something of high quality, good pricing, and really the engineer that we were talking to, a lot of pressure on him because this is a huge deployment. Verizon's charters, the Cox, you've got like a market full of AT&Ts. They're all in the industry and they're all trying to provide the same solution. So for us, working with this tier one was essentially to help them compete and be able to deploy this quickly. So lead time, technical, testing and validation in network, all of that had to happen in a short time frame, and we had to make sure we're able to execute. So we executed all of this in a very short amount of time, and we got leadership within the tier ones to say, hey, look, you guys are great to work with. You're communicative, you deliver solutions. And part of what they were doing was keeping America connected, rural America. So getting internet coming out of the pandemic to kids who were homeschooled and trying to get internet there. So you feel like what makes me, think about a good sales experience is when it affects somebody that's just beyond a PO or just our business too. It really is bringing internet to homes that typically would not have it. Areas where you don't have as dense population, you don't have as many subscriptions to drive, trenching or getting services into these areas. So that's a great example of a feel-good story. And I'll tell you one more, which is all the missile defense stuff that we do. So I'm very passionate about our military and military sales we do. So we had a defense contractor, a very big one, if you can think of the top three, come to us and say, hey, look, we want to do EMP filters for this road of launchers that we're working on. And this is Reagan time. Reagan kind of developed this, right, in his presidency and said, hey, we're going to do missile defense, and kind of built out of it. And, you've heard all the Patriot stuff in the Middle East, and you hear all the launchers and what they do today. It's the most funded, probably most recognized program. And the neat thing about these systems were that they needed EMP protection. And we knew that this would protect warfighters, people in the field, and not just the big launchers, but smaller ones. And it was doing really something great for our country, but also protecting the warfighters who are out there with these systems and being able to provide a solution that if an EMP pulse was radiated on these launchers, it would not damage the communication system that would cause a Patriot not to launch, right? And then doing something like destroy a ship like Zumwalt. There's about 3 of the Zumwalt ships that are EMP. As far as I know, it's the only EMP protected ship in the world. So being a part of that, where you're doing, things for the greater good, those launchers now are sold to other NATO countries to protect them from countries who might have aggressive nuclear warhead, attacking their borders. So if you look at a lot of the stuff that's happened recently, a lot of this equipment is used to protect a lot of people. So another example of something really neat, something really cool on the outcome side of it, you're doing some really, good stuff.